Okay, so first thing you want to do is go ahead and prime your eyes with your favorite primer. This is my NARS Photo Ready Smudge Proof Primer. So I went ahead and already have that on. And the next step is you want to go ahead and apply a black eyeliner, not all over your lid, just really close to your lash line. And this is Perversion from Urban Decay. And if you want to use a Q-tip, you can to blend this out, but I kind of like to just use my fingers. But if you are working on someone else, do use a Q-tip, or that's one of those sponge tip applicators that most people throw away. You might want to keep those. Alright, so I'm going to use just short strokes and blend this out on my lid. And since this is very black and very smudgy, you want to work quickly because this does set. That's the one thing about these 24/7 eyeliners, is that they do set, but this one is very inky and very black. So what you want to do is get yourself a nice dark black base, and if you get it below, just, I always have a little makeup towelette or something ready just in case I get a little carried away. So next is I'm going in with bronze from bronze from MAC. I am all over the place with saying the wrong names here, probably because I'm using both of these brands today. But this is bronze. It's my favorite eyeshadow. This was the very first eyeshadow that I bought when I first started doing makeup, and this is, I think, my third one that I've already hit pan and used. So as you see, it is my favorite color, with a good crease brush like so. This is a Pro blending brush from Crown Brush, but a MAC 217 will work just fine as well. So you're going to load this up, and I'm not going to rub or spread this. I'm actually just going to tap this in like that. So I'm going to pat it on my lid, and I'm going to place the color first. Before you start blending, you just want to pat that color on. Make sure you get pretty good amount, and then I'm just going to start punching it into the crease area like so, like that. And then once you have it actually placed in and like placed on, now you will start the blending process. So I'm just going to start blending lightly. And this is where you start to shape your eye. So like me, I like to have it to point towards the tip of my actual eyebrow. So to give me the more cat eye effect, for my eye shape, that's what works best for me, to bring the more drama to my eyes. So that's what I like to do. Some people like to keep it round with bigger eyeballs, or people with bigger eyes or smaller eyes, depending on what your eye shape is where you will find your crease and blend accordingly. For me, this is what works for me and what I like. So go ahead and you want to blend this out like so. Okay. And I want to kind of work it in over here too. Right here there's a little hollow area, and since this is all one color, you can kind of blend that there as well. Okay. And then always have a good buffing another blending brush. This is more of a lighter packed one to blend what you've kind of did, so that way you don't have a stark line and your color looks more natural and not so drawn on. So you want to blend that, and when you do blend this, you are taking some of the color away. So just what I normally do is have them both in hand so that I can just go back and forth until you get the depthness of color that you want. Okay, So now that I have just kind of the base of what I'm looking for, I'm going into my Naked 2 palette. If you don't have this palette, it's fine, no worries. Just get a matte black. You can get that from the drugstore, but if you do have this palette, this is what I'm using. I'm using the last color, which is Blackout. It is a very, very black eyeshadow. There's no sparkle in it. It's matte black, which I love for this purpose. But I will say, because it is so black and so pigmented, that you can get carried away and then you can mess up. So be very careful. I'm just using the brush that came with my Naked 2 palette. And what I like to do, don't swirl it in the color, just tap like so. Just so you're picking up the color, and then you want to tap off any excess, just so you're not getting too much color on your brush, just a little bit. And if you think you have too much, what I do is I'll just rub a little bit back on just the back of my hand, just to get that initial color off if you think you have too much, because you can add more but you can't take it away without taking it all off. So that's what I'm going to do, and then I'm just going to lightly press this like this. I'm just going to kind of tap, tap, tap in the corner like so until I get most of that initial color off, and then I blend it in the corner area. And this is kind of where your smoky eye will begin. Continue to blend that black out until it's well blended, or as dark as you prefer. For me, this is dark enough. And then I'm going to go back in with bronze and just go over that. And then it makes your bronze appear darker, which is what we're looking for. Okay, and then of course every time I use that, I just go back in just to be sure we're not having too stark of a line. Next is going back in with Perversion. I'm going to tightline and waterline. Going in with my Falsies Black Drama. This is probably the best for a smoky eye because it's such a black black mascara, and then the formulation makes them look just really great and look like you have false lashes on. So I'm going to apply 2 coats of the Falsies. Oh, forgot a step. What you want to do is take a small detailing brush. I'm just taking an actual angled eyeliner brush to do this, and I'm going back into bronze. I forgot to do this step actually. And I'm going to take this right under my actual, where I place the eyeliner. So that is actually the tutorial. It's really not hard at all. If you want to add a highlight, you can, but sometimes for me, I don't think adding a highlight is necessary for smoky eye, because your focus is really on the actual kind of this portion of the eye. But if you want to add a highlight, you can. To finish up your look, you know, do your eyebrows if necessary. Lips, for me, normally if I do heavy on the eyes, I don't do really anything on the lips. This is just a little bit of the Loreal lipstick I got in my Birchbox. This is Caribbean Kiss, and it's just a pink. It's actually two-toned, which is really cool. It is the coolest concept I've ever seen. But just a little bit of that, and that'll give me just the pinkiness that I need. But all in all, this is actually all for the tutorial. I will zoom in for you. That's the wrong direction. There we go. There you go. So thank you guys so much for watching. I think we found the only way that I can do tutorials on this camera, which is not exactly completely zoomed in, but zoomed in enough where you can actually see what I'm doing. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and more tutorials will come after this one. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.